Welcome back to another edition of Laying It Down. It is September 23rd, episode 36, joined by Scout and Sloth. What's going on?
0-2, feeling bad.
Me too.
Not as bad, but
yeah. We'll start with the bad news. Get it out of the way. Tons of injuries. Nick Bosa tore his ACL. Saquon tore his ACL. Christian McCaffrey high ankle sprain. Drew Lock sprained AC joint. Cortland Sutton torn ACL. Jimmy G high ankle sprain. Devontae Adams hamstring. He should be fine and good to go next week though. Raheem Mostert sprained MCL and Tyrod Taylor out with a chest, and it was a freak injury. But obviously, big news off the bat if it's fantasy, if you're just a fan of football in general. Saquon Barkley out for the year, and Christian McCaffrey with a high ankle sprain should miss 4 to 6 weeks. We'll see. But sad day in the NFL on Sunday.
Yeah, I think I made some comments, in a group chats about how I feel like there's always kind of a big week of injuries here and there. There's just a lot of big name guys this week that just seem to happen all at once.
Yeah.
I feel like you lose a couple of running backs to an ACL or whatever for ankle sprains, Achilles, stuff like that here and there. But it seems like every time Red Zone was going to a game, it was for another injury. Heard some things about the turf in MetLife apparently being a little sticky. Mm-hmm. So maybe that had something to do with it. We did on this podcast definitely talk about how the lack of preseason might have affected it. Mm-hmm. But read some articles this week actually about how a lot of these players, these star players, were skipping preseason anyways and taking very, very few snaps. Although this is different situation where they didn't really have a full training camp. So I don't know exactly if that exactly plays into it or not, but NFL, guys, dangerous sport.
Confirmed.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, we always have these injuries every year, every week, but it seemed like it was all the big names and the big guys that you have on fantasy. So it's a shame. And
the whole Niners roster got hurt.
Yeah, and they play at MetLife again next week.
Mm-hmm.
I think there were 7 ACLs in all torn in week 2, which is insane. So,
there seems to be a range of ACLs. I went back and looked at actually some of the history, and it seems to be about like 50 to 60 torn ACLs every year.
Damn.
So it'll be interesting to see if we still fall in that range or if this becomes like a spike year. Mm-hmm. Maybe I'm a little numb to injury news given that I'm an Eagles fan. So
true.
It's fair.
We'll get right into week 2 recap. We'll hit on the big games, big storylines. On Thursday night, we saw Odell and Baker finally get together and play well together. But I would say the bigger news is Joe Burrow looked like he's going to be around for a long time. He looked comfortable in the pocket despite not having an offensive line. And I think this kid's going to be real good. Not a hot take, but he just – usually when you see those starters, the rookies, week 1, week 2, they look like they don't know what they're doing. He looked like he's been in the league for 3-4 years already.
Yeah, it felt like maybe it took him a little bit to get going, and he definitely missed a couple of passes here and there. It seems like him and A.J. Green aren't exactly on the same wavelength just yet. But, I mean, at the end of the game, he went up and down the field. Mm-hmm. Like, at the third and fourth quarter, I mean, I think he had, 3 straight scoring drives?
Yeah.
I mean, I had Cincinnati +6. Or actually, I bet him +10.5, but needed that last drive without a doubt. Knew he was going down the field and scoring.
+6 as well, and they covered.
Yeah.
I don't want to get too excited, but that brings me to my underdog of the week at +5.5 against the Eagles.
That's my underdog money line of the week.
Okay. I don't know. I'm not going to go that because I don't want to see that. But, this is my
by the way, anytime I'm betting against the Eagles, I'm not actually betting against the Eagles. I'm just letting the people know.
Yeah.
This is.
Oh, no. I'm taking
the Bengals. It's 1-0 so far.
+5.5.
The fact that the Rams finished as a underdog to the Eagles last week, the line jumped from them -1 to +2. Blasphemy.
I'm all in on Joe Burrow. I think he's really special. I think for some reason Jim Schwartz cannot coach up the defensive backs. Any DB that comes to Philly no longer is any good. Like Darius Slay is Pro Football Focus QB or cornerback like 60 right now. It's like absolutely incredible. And somebody in our group chat said that Darby is like 13 and Rasul Douglas is 10 right now through the first 2 games. Granted, first 2 games, but still they couldn't cover me last year. And now they're fucking the cornerback 10 and cornerback 13 respectively, according to PFF. So, I mean, it's outrageous. Jim Schwartz, he needs to be the first one to go, and then we'll see what happens from there.
Yeah.
Eagles ran over.
And they faced the Bengals, like you said, this week, week 3. So
he's a head coach, like want to be head coach or whatever every single year. There's always teams requesting to interview him. So if we let him go, he's going to be scooped up instantly, and then
totally fine.
He would make our lives hell forever.
He's not a good head coach.
Doesn't have to be. If he leaves the Eagles, if we let him go, it would be a vendetta, and it would just be bad luck, and we would just get smoked every single time we went. I'm not saying he would be a good coach. I'm saying that he would smoke the Eagles forever.
I don't buy too much into that. If we would let him go and he's going to go get a head coaching job,
he's not going to get let go.
The Eagles.
He's not going to get let go.
He should be the first one gone. I'm legitimately nervous. I think we could lose to the Bengals. Legitimately, I think we could lose to the Bengals.
Oh, I think we will. I don't think Joe Burrow is going to lose 3 games in a row. He said he can't remember the last time he lost 2 in a row.
I know. I saw that.
He did.
I think he's got more hunger than Carson Wentz does right now.
Well, Carson Wentz has sex now, so I think he's
changed man.
Yep.
So stop me if you've heard this before, but the Falcons were up 20 and found a way to lose a game. The Cowboys beat the Falcons 40-39 following the most unbelievable onside kick. They have changed the rules now for safety to where if you attempt an onside kick, there's basically no chance you recover the onside kick. Who was it? Who's the kicker? Zerline? He basically just dribbled the ball, and it was like when you watch baseball, it's a third baseman or a first baseman, like let the ball go foul. The Falcons let the ball cross 10 yards and just let the Cowboys fall on it to get the ball. Ended up scoring, ended up winning the game. If you guys have been calling for Dan Quinn, what else do you need to see?
Well, Dan Quinn, I mean, his guys are doing a pretty good job of covering for him, but there's no shot he ever taught them anything about onside kicks. They had no idea what to do. So He did not coach them at all. Even their owner came out and said, we clearly didn't know what we were doing. What sucks the most is that this win for the Cowboys has like season-changing vibes to it. Like they start 0-2 and they lose to the Falcons by a lot. I feel like we're like, all right, same old Cowboys, good shit. But now it has the vibes of like the Eagles hitting that 63-yarder to beat the Giants.
Like momentum shifting.
Of the Super Bowl year of like, all right, the ball's just going to fucking bounce our way this year, and we know that we're never out of a game. And I don't like that vibe. I don't like that vibe for the Cowboys at all.
I forget who said it, but it was like the curling. Somebody was waiting to get a broom out and like shimmy in front of the ball.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah, I don't know what. If you're a Falcons player, you really want Dan Quinn fired because they're trying. Like they're averaging like 34 points a game and they're 0-2. Like he's supposed to be a defensive-minded coach. I mean, I don't think you need to see anymore.
Julio Jones did not look like himself. He dropped a touchdown that he catches 99 out of 100 times.
In his defense,
yes.
Came from the wide receiver. Didn't come from Matt Ryan.
Came from Russell Gage, yes. But, I mean,
no defense.
We could have caught it probably.
It was a good throw. It was there, but
he catches out there, they win the game.
No. That's true.
It was right here.
And like you said, if the Cowboys lose that game, they go to 0-2, and then they have to travel to Seattle and face the Seahawks.
Oh, okay, good. So we got to come back down the life game. Oh, on Seattle.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
Do you want to? Are you good on your Rams Eagles? You ready to move on, or do you need to say
Yeah,
anything
move
else?
on. I can't. Move
Okay.
on.
We stink. Told you.
Baltimore, Houston. The poor Texans have faced the Chiefs and now the Ravens.
And now
Because
the
of-
Steelers.
Because of that, I'm not gonna. I still think they'll be okay offensively. I think they'll do something a little more. I do. I think they'll be able to do something.
Excuse me?
I do. I'm not
To who?
totally done on the Texans.
You know their coach is Bill O'Brien, right?
I know, but I
You know
feel
their
like
best players in Arizona now, right?
Deshaun Watson is going to overcome it somehow, some way. They play the Steelers week 3, right?
L.
Yeah. Dude, their schedule is impossibly hard.
It has. I don't know. These first 3 games are by far the hardest in the whole
In the
entire league.
league.
By
But
far.
They also, I think they have another, like, their schedule doesn't get easy.
If you
I mean, their
are-
division is easy.
Yeah, but they're outside of the division. Their schedule is
Well, this
not
is an
easy.
absolutely brutal stretch.
Dude, it's Steelers, and then they have the Vikings, which, you know, they didn't look
The
great.
Vikings
but the
stink.
Vikings are hot and cold.
Stink.
Jaguars are feisty. Then they have the Texans. They have to play the Texans twice. They have the Packers still. They have the Patriots still. Like, it doesn't get easy until after the Patriots, where they get the Lions, the Colts, the Bears, and the Bengals. But, like, they have a tough schedule.
the Ravens ran the ball 37 times, 230
Wagon.
yards. And then Lamar also threw the air 18 completions for 204 yards, touchdown. Still a wagon.
Yeah.
And we're going to be treated to potentially game of the year, definitely matchup of the year on Monday night, Chiefs, Ravens. We'll get to that later, but the Ravens are rolling. The Chiefs, a little bit of a scare. The game started off
Little bit.
weird. So Tyrod Taylor, their starter, got an injection for pain relief or whatever. Didn't go well. So they kind of just threw in rookie Justin Herbert, and he did well.
Really well.
Conspiracy theory time. Can we put our tinfoil hats on real quick?
Go ahead.
I think that the Chargers knew that they're going to start Herbert the whole time and just made that last-minute switch so that the Chiefs weren't prepared for him.
Anthony
I
Lynn
would-
said Tyrod Taylor
yeah.
is the starter.
After the game, he said
Yeah.
he gives us the best chance to
Sticking
win.
to the script. Sticking
And-
to the script. Can't let anybody
So
else-
he's just going
Because
to
if the-
wheel out
because if the-
Herbert there every single week?
Not every single week. You just do it against the Chiefs. You do it against the best team in football. Try to surprise them. Be like, hey,
I'd say they were
We'll switcheroo.
absolutely blindsided for the
let's
first
try.
quarter.
Let's
though.
let's try to steal one over a division rival. We'll get it, and then we got to hold true to this narrative that we created, because the NFL will fine us for not putting him on the injury report if he was actually injured. So we'll just.
Yeah, but he went to the
I-
hospital.
Yeah, I know. It's all part of the. You got to have the whole visual. Come on, this is tinfoil hat time.
Okay.
This is not
Alright.
common sense time. Get your facts
My
out of
bad.
here.
Sorry.
So
Facts don't
if the
matter.
Char- if the Chargers are smart, tell them it's a toss up between Tyrod and Herbert all week when you know you're going to start Herbert, and just let people guess.
Okay.
But hot seat you, Woody, because Herbert looked pretty damn good. So now Tua's
He-
got to look better.
He went 22 for 33, 311 yards and a touchdown and a pick against the Super Bowl champs on
And
short
a
was
notice.
pretty decent Chiefs defense.
Yes. He
They're
played
not
very
a
well.
slouch. Yeah,
played
they're
very
no, they're
well.
no walk in the park as a team.
Anthony Lynn gave him the keys though, and then took him right away in overtime. You got to go for that fourth down. You got to just let Herbert
Yes.
QB sneak it or do whatever. You got to let him go for it.
The game ended in a crazy way. So what was it? A 50-yard field goal, but there was a false start.
53, and then it turned into a 58.
Bucker drills. It's Bucker, right? Is their
Bucker,
kicker?
yep.
Bucker drills it. Next one, it's like what? What'd you say? 55, 53?
58.
58, drills it, but they call a timeout. The Chargers do. Ice them. Third time's a charm, and drills it again. So
Butker legitimately made 3 58-yard field goals in a row.
in a game-winning scenario.
Just
Unbelievable.
ice in his veins.
Yep. So I don't know. That was I was like, he's got to miss it. On the third one, I was like, there's no chance he makes it again. It's too long. Guys don't make 30-yard field goals.
He
So
We might see be seeing the best kicker in the game now.
Yeah,
JT, move over.
it's impressive. But Chiefs.
Hey, I'm just saying that covered the teaser for me. So shout out to Butker. The tantalizing teaser
1-1.
goes 1-1.
Okay.
Also had the Chiefs in a 9-team money line parlay, and if he didn't hit that, that would have lost too.
Yeah, that was wild. That you hit that. Wild, and it came down to like the heaviest favorite, right?
Literally the heaviest favorite.
Yeah.
They were 8.5. Well, the Bucks were 9.5, but like,
Okay.
yeah, they were a 9-point favorite. Yeah.
Shout out to Mo for knowing his team, knowing that the Chargers will not lose by more than 7 points.
He said it.
Called that. He did.
He did. Shout out to you, Mo.
The nightcap of Sunday night was really good. Seahawks, Patriots. Seahawks pulled it out 35-30. Cam Newton looked like Cam Newton of old.
Back.
And Russell Wilson really,
Stinks.
really, really good at football. After week 2, he has 11 incompletions and 9 touchdowns.
It's incredible.
Dude, let Russ cook, man. I don't know what Pete Carroll's on when he says that the game plan is to run the ball more because nobody wants to see this man Russ drop back to pass. You can't cover Lockett and DK, and you got Chris Carson coming out of the backfield, and then and by the way, Russ is going to make every single one of your defenders miss and run for first downs. So, yeah, the Seahawks are looking good.
They are looking really good.
Real good. And talk about a team making a switch from everybody who's thinking, Legion of Boom and them relying on their defense to now they're just going to put up points and rely on their offense.
And Jamal Adams is making a big impact on their defense.
I did not think he was going to make that much of an impact, but he's credit to him. He's awesome. He's best safety in the league. Awesome.
If you can force your way out of the Jets organization, do it.
Absolutely do it.
Sure.
That's why I took that bet back as soon as he left the team because they knew they were going to stick. But he can single-handedly give you a win.
Yeah, he can, for sure. I was just screaming Mr. Unlimited while in bed watching the game all night.
Dude, that nickname, still a whack video, but, if you're going to put out a whack video like that, you got to back it up with good play. Otherwise, you get the whack video gets clowned more and more and more. And now the videos come back around like we say it to each other all the time. Mr. Unlimited.
Yeah.
You're Mr. Unlimited.
Mr. Unlimited.
I love it. I'm in. I told you. In.
All in on Mr. Unlimited. Let Russ cook. 2020.
And New England's scary because Cam Newton drove right down the field like Tom Brady would. No timeouts. Got up to the 1. And I watched that play a couple times. If he cuts to the outside instead of cutting in, when that fullback gets
he said it too.
He's more.
Mr. Unlimited went 21 for 28, 288 yards, 5 touchdowns, and a pick, but the pick was off Greg Olson's hands. Shouldn't have been. He's amazing. Cam, 30 for 44, 397, a touchdown pick. He also went for 47 on the ground and 2 touchdowns. So he's like he was in his MVP year. Like that's how he was playing.
So this was his third highest passing yards in his career. And then last week he had the most rushing attempts he's ever had in his career. So Cam Newton is fucking all the way back. So I don't know what the Patriots line is this week. He might
not be able to stand next year, but they're gonna run him into the ground this year.
I don't know. I think he's healthy as shit. I mean, if he can just,
I think he is too. He looks really good
because he's not like other quarterbacks that run that take hits and they're getting the brunt of it. I feel like he's giving out the hits.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's
like
just
Josh
as
Allen.
big as some of these dudes. Yeah, like you're saying, like Josh Allen. Talk about going beast mode on that one carry. Jeez.
Josh Allen's.
I've been seeing a lot of stuff online about how he is this great quarterback. He's faced the Jets and the Dolphins. Let's relax just a bit. But I will say who was it? Kyle Van Noy. He threw into the ground. That was disrespectful.
And then he spun and then bulldozed another guy 2 steps later. He's a beast. He's literally Cam Newton 4 years ago.
Let's just wait. Just wait.
Big
Patience.
arm, not accurate, runs people over. It's awesome to see. absolutely love Josh Allen.
One last thing about Cam. Did you guys see his quote today about how he
I didn't see it.
they're asking like about his contract and why he's playing the way he is, and he was
Well,
like,
some
"Look, it's
respect
not."
behind
He's like, "It's not about the money anymore. I'm just doing this game for what I like feel like I should have, and I don't have it right now. So I'm just playing for respect."
Mm.
Which is that's a dangerous Cam Newton.
It is. He's buying
So
in.
how much does he get signed for next year?
If you're the Patriots, you re-sign him.
For at least
For
a
a
3-year
discount.
contract. Yeah.
I don't think they pay him much. I think he will stay if they're like, we'll get you a legit receiver. Edelman's, I don't know, he's almost done. If they get him like a
He had
real
career
like,
day.
like
Edelman.
if Allen Robinson doesn't re-sign and he goes to New England, I mean,
I like that.
I would take a discount. You got
Allen
more
Robinson
chances.
Cam Newton?
Allen Robinson requested a trade, right?
He did and then walked it back.
Do you
Yeah.
think that Cam
Like
Newton would take
Belichick
a
didn't hear
discount?
that.
He's not making any money this year.
They would give him
Yeah.
like $5 million for 2 years or $10 million for 2. They would do. I think he would do something like that because he knows he has a chance to get to the Super Bowl.
It's not like he didn't make money in Carolina and at Auburn, so he's gonna be okay.
He did make.
I don't
some
want
at
to.
Auburn.
I don't want to skip past DK Metcalf absolutely
Mhm.
torching
Stephon Gilmore.
Stephon Gilmore, Defensive Player of the Year. Stephon Gilmore, like
Mhm.
absolutely torching him. The Eagles, big miss on DK Metcalf there.
Yeah, Howie, what the fuck
Just
did you
gonna-
see? The fuck did you see in JJ over that you didn't see in DK? Jesus Christ. Dude's a tank.
Yep. And then last game Monday night, shocking. Vegas unveils the Death Star new stadium
The Super Roomba.
facing the Saints. Yeah. They won 34-24.
Shocker.
I don't know
honestly.
where you. It seems like Michael Thomas not being there throws off the entire offense, the timing, everything. It looked terrible. I will say right off the bat though, Alvin Kamara.
Looks awesome.
If he was not, so Breeze will look like if Breeze doesn't like, we'll look at his first couple options, not there. I don't even think he looks at them. He just dumps the Kamara for 2 yards, and he is so fast that he just gets an easy 12 yards every time.
Yeah.
He's
He looks
unbelievable.
great, but you said something about looking terrible, and if there's one person who looks terrible, it's Drew Brees' arm.
Dude, I think they should put Jameis in there.
Does he have a little case of the Peyton Manning? Can he no longer throw? Because he 0 attempts over 20 yards last night.
Yes, I saw that. I am gonna pump the brakes on it. I feel like he's gonna be fine. I think he will be.
Just a little bookmark. Just a little
Yeah,
bookmark.
I get it because there was so when it was kind of a turning point, the Josh Jacobs was out and their backup running back was a Richard or whatever, took a pitch, fumbled in the late end of the third. So Saints get the ball back, chance to tie it up, and Breeze rolls out 1st and 10 to a wide open receiver and just misses him. It wasn't even a deep pass. It was like a 10-yard pass. And I was like, Breeze doesn't do that. They go on the punt, and that was basically the game. But I don't know, man.
Yeah,
it looked
some
weird.
of the things looked very unlike the Saints, like
Yes.
getting turnovers or just weird 3-and-out possessions. I don't know. Are we just sleeping on the Raiders? Are the Raiders better than we think they are?
I think
they're definitely better than we think they are, but I think the biggest takeaway is Drew Brees. It looks bad.
That too, but I will say Josh Jacobs,
beast.
he's a lot better than I thought.
Yeah.
Derek Carr, I don't know if you just have surrounded him with a decent amount of weapons now that he's going to be okay and be
Not
able
even
to
that.
manage
He
the game.
threw.
To Darren Waller.
He targeted
got a good
Darren
tight end.
Waller 16 times. The next closest was 3. He just threw Darren Waller the ball, and the Saints were like, "Let's not cover him."
Well, if he can find a way to get to Ruggs, we're going to be in trouble too because he barely missed Ruggs a couple of times.
Yeah, he did.
Ruggs
He's
can
fast,
fly,
man.
He can fly. So
I mean, he impacted it with pass interference. He got PI called on him so many times just because
Yeah.
they didn't want to let him go deep. Shout out
Yeah.
Jackrabbit Jenkins, dude. Way to blow that one. 3rd and 10. And
So are we looking at our over game? New England Patriots Raiders at 48.
Let's get into it. week 2, we'll recap quickly. I went 0-3, nothing to see there. Scout, how'd you do? 4-2?
Hey, 0-3 is just as
No,
hard as 3-0.
I think I had one loss.
Oh, sorry, you're 4-2 combined.
Oh, lifetime.
Overall.
Yeah, lifetime. I am 2-4. Bad week all around for me. Fantasy, real life, all of the above. Sloth.
At least you're not a bad man because
Yeah.
0-3, it's tough week.
Um,
Yeah, you made me ride with you on the Chiefs bet.
We
And,
weren't anticipating Herbert. You know, it
we're
would have
not.
hit.
That's what it
bet
was.
We bet on Tyrod Taylor.
We did.
Against Tyrod Taylor.
Yep. So that
Absolutely.
shouldn't even count. Anyway,
It should be voided. It's like starting pitchers.
Yes.
That should have been voided. If you
I
don't start the game, void the bet.
agree. But you were back to 4-4, so you're at 500. You were at 1-2 after.
That was the
last week.
goal with the 5 picks the last week.
It
We're
worked.
limited to 3 again.
And the tantalizing teaser
Back.
went 1-1 on the year. So with that, we'll preview week 3, give our picks, and be on our way. Big games of the week: Rams, Buffalo. I don't know if that's big, but 2-0 teams. Dallas, Seattle. Packers, Saints. That is your Sunday night game, and then Monday night, Chiefs, Ravens. So with that
Jags
being
Dolphins
said,
on a Thursday night just feels right.
it is going to be the facial hair bowl. Ryan Fitzpatrick versus Gardner Minshew. I texted our group on Sunday. Gardner Minshew looks like actually really like legit. He's playing with a tanking roster, and he's willing them to.
So are
win
you
or
guys
get
on
real close.
board? Are you guys on board with me on the Minshew train?
It's possible.
Hop on.
It's
hop on.
possible. I mean, he's throwing.
Guys, the
he's
Jaguars
putting
are
the
favorite
ball.
this week.
Well,
I just
yeah.
don't like Thursday night football because I feel like some wacky shit always happens. So never is going to be in my picks, but I still will bet on it. But I probably will bet on Jacksonville.
So the Dolphins are 0-2. If they lose to Jacksonville, do you throw 2 in week 4?
Is there a
No,
bye
it's
late
early.
or they have an early bye?
Let's see who they play week 4. No. All right, so we're not going to play them week 4. They play Seattle.
Okay.
Let's hold off on that, actually. And then they play the Niners, depleted, but still. I mean, yeah, let's just
I don't
Right
know.
back.
Why
Hold
even
on.
play him though? What does he get out of this?
I don't know. And then they play Broncos at Mile High. So we're going to wait. We're going to hold on Tua and just
I
let
just feel like
Fitzpatrick-
You should just wait until the bye. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense if you're tanking for another high draft pick. Like they're obviously not trying to win this year. I don't know. I mean, I guess experience for a young quarterback is good, but at the same time, if you don't have a full grasp of the offense, you're literally just getting thrown into the fire to burn. So
Week 11 bye.
I like week 11 bye. He comes in, finishes the last 6 games of the season, and then
Faces the
starts
Jets
next
week
year.
12. Perfect.
boom. There you go.
Adam Gase
There you
gets
go.
fired after week 12. Lost to the
Absolutely.
Giants and Tua. Dolphins
Absolutely.
and Tua.
So
Um,
let's hear your picks.
Yeah, let's go picks.
Favorite, underdog, over. Give us all
Favorite.
3.
Okay. Favorite.
This is so gross. I'm going to do this.
My favorite is going to be the Falcons -3.5 against the Bears.
You love the Falcons.
I am all in on the Falcons
That's
this week against the
venom.
Bears.
Gross.
Sorry. Yeah, I know they blew that last lead. I am going to take
I
the
do like that
reverse.
line. I do like that line, but I think after that loss, it's just demoralizing. Like I don't know how you get up for that.
I knew you were going to go there. I'm doing the opposite effect. I think the guys are going to have a disgusting taste in their mouth, and they're going to come out, and they're just going to throttle the fucking Bears.
Maybe if their coach wasn't Dan Quinn, but yeah, okay. So
Well, I mean, they're going against Matt Nagy, fire candidate, right, Woody?
They're both
Right,
gonna
what-
get, yeah.
I think one team still has a little bit of hope in their coach, and the other
I
team
can't-
just completely lost it.
The fact that the Bears are 2-0 is insane.
Yeah, they should not be. Moving on.
Dog?
Underdog.
Oh, I might take 2 favorites. No, all right. Well, I'll go in order. I got dog Bengals +5.5 against the Eagles. And then what are we
Interesting.
doing? Over under?
Yep.
I like that. I got them at 6. What I'm looking at, but
Even better.
go with +5.5.
And I think we touched on it a bit, and I think I'm gonna go there. Experts are saying under 48, so maybe that will make me change my tune here.
There's a
No, I'm
cooler
doing it. I like the Patriots and the Raiders over 48. The Raiders are averaging 34 points a game right now, and the Patriots can score. And I'm not scared of this Raiders defense, and I'm not scared of this Patriots defense after we saw 5 touchdown passes. Granted, it's Russell Wilson, but, I mean, he absolutely torched them. They have a lot of people opting out due to COVID. I like this game with a lot of points.
I still have an issue betting on Derek Carr for anything, but I do. I think he has a tougher go. Like I think Belichick looks at that and maybe gives him a little bit tougher defense. That's all. Like Darren Waller's not going to have the game he had again. I mean, I think we knew that for sure. But
that's
like
what
I'm saying,
Bill Belichick does is take away.
That's what I'm saying. He's going to take away Darren Waller.
So what, you think he puts Stephon Gilmore on Waller?
It's possible, 100%.
He definitely could. I mean, 16 targets. I mean, who else is he going to throw to?
Dude, he was burning Lattimore.
Yeah, Waller's quick.
Also,
So,
Malcolm Jenkins, you're done, bro. I saw you get trucked, burnt. Like, he wasn't even in plays where he should have been.
he had a rough go.
Yeah.
That's one
He
move
just had
that's
that
making
one
Howie
sack.
look smart.
Yeah.
All right. Woody, give us your picks. And Scott, you work on that tantalizing teaser.
I need to bounce back. So we're going to do this with everything that we talked about. This is gross. I'm doing it anyway. Sunday night, I'm taking the Saints -3, I believe, against the Packers. I'm not
Packers.
totally jumping ship on the Saints and Breeze. I think they get it done. It feels gross, especially coming off that game where they look terrible against the Raiders. So that will be my favorite. My dog is the Kansas City Chiefs, who are getting 3.5 against Baltimore. First of all, Mahomes has never lost in September. He's 5-0-1 against the spread, and he's won 4 of the 6 outright. Just with that being said, I'm a big numbers guy. That didn't work last week. It usually doesn't work for me, but it's Mahomes, so I'm taking Mahomes plus 3.5.
They're going to come out and play better. I like
That's
that.
still the line.
Chiefs plus 3.5. It's a great find.
And
I think
then
that line's going to change.
you would think. I feel like it would already.
I think that could come close to a pick 'em or like a 1-point spread by the end of the week.
And my total, I'm taking over 48 Rams-Bills. Gross.
Okay.
But
Over
you guys-
48.
I don't know. We'll see. There's some
Rams.
stat that the Rams score a lot of points on the East Coast. I'm taking
Okay.
that. So the numbers
All
are
right.
there. They just got to go out and execute.
So I think there's a real easy one staring everybody in the face. You guys missed. I'm taking Arizona -6 against Detroit. I think Detroit is.
Oh, no, that's in the teaser.
Yeah, Arizona -6. I mean,
Yeah,
if there's a third guy coaching for his job, it's
Mr.
Matt Patricia. Yeah, they do not. They can't stop a nosebleed, and he's supposed to be a defensive guy. I
Yeah.
don't see it. My dog.
I feel like
This
the
is-
Dolphins +3 on Thursday night is definitely something I'm interested in.
I'm surprised you didn't take Texans +4.
Yeah, I thought about it.
No, trust
I
them.
think it's going to be close. Everybody's going to be on the Steelers. Everybody.
They're in the teaser.
So
It's still Deshaun Watson.
Doesn't matter.
Big Ben is garbage.
So
Doesn't
I
look as
have
bad as Drew Brees.
2 dogs that I feel like
Football, man. I'm glad it's back, but it's in my head.
it's getting in my head too.
I'm rattled.
So these 2 dogs that I'm thinking of, both of them don't make any sense to pick. The first one I looked at is Carolina +7 at the Chargers.
That was going to be my other one. Because of Bridgewater, dude.
Only because everybody's counting Carolina out from the McCaffrey injury. Chargers coming off a tough loss.
Yep.
I feel like everybody jumps on the Chargers there because of how well they played against the Chiefs, and Vegas seems to always know something we don't.
Yep.
So that was a consideration, but I'm actually going to go with the team. I'm big on this like team that gets blown out, plays super bad. That's actually kind of a fringe, maybe good team.
Mm-hmm.
Should come back and play well the next week. Minnesota +3 at home against Tennessee.
I like that. I like that.
Hate it. I think Minnesota sucks.
Yeah, well, you're wrong about that. They're
The
playoff
Titans
team
are in
all
the
time.
teaser, so
Well, that's good because you'll have them. What plus
3.5.
You'll have them +3, so it's good.
We'll see.
Taking them from a favorite to a favorite to an underdog. Sorry, breaking news.
Suck.
Billy Donovan agrees to deal to become head coach of the Bulls.
Go Bulls.
NBA news breaking. Oh, over under. Sorry.
Woo.
Over under. You know my strategy. I try to go for the highest total of the week.
How'd it work last week?
Actually, we went 1-2 or 1-1 in the ones that I gave out,
You
but
did.
I actually hit on the one. I picked up the Cowboys Atlanta one, which was an easy one. So the highest total this week I think is Seahawks Cowboys at 55.5.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take a little bit. I'm going to go a little bit back and go with the Sunday night game Packers Saints at 52.
Points.
Sunday night game bailout Packers Saints over 52.
If there's a category of like can't touch game or won't touch, I think it would be Tampa Bay traveling to Mile High. Line is 6.5 in favor of the Bucks.
What about is Bortles might start?
I feel like he's just going to back up Driscoll. But yes, breaking news. Well, not really, but Blake Bortles back up in Denver.
Ayo.
So
Also, Rams +2.5 is a steal against the Bills. Bills, like you said, haven't played anybody yet. There's no it's not cold yet in Buffalo, and they got no Bills Mafia.
mm-hmm.
Rams +2.5.
Aaron
I
Donald
like
is going to be chasing
Ian.
Josh Allen all day. But he's going to get
That's just
get
about
him.
right. Chasing is
But he will
the
get
only
him.
thing he's gonna do.
He will get him.
It's not going on my official record, but it is a given pick.
Okay.
I will be betting that game.
Okay.
I like the Bills.
Yeah, we know.
What's your teaser?
All right, here we go, guys. The teaser. I'm 1-1 so far. We're going +6 here. So we're gonna take the Cardinals at +0.5 point against the Detroit Lions. So the Cardinals have to win.
Mhm.
We're gonna take the Tennessee Titans at +3.5 over the Minnesota Vikings because they are bad. Kirk Cousins stinks.
Kirk Cousins always has a couple of games where he looks like he stinks, and then he has a couple of games where
He
he looks
does.
really effing good.
He
Just
does,
letting you know.
but
They're
Ryan
like that?
Tannehill,
at home.
I like Ryan Tannehill a lot.
A lot of travel for Tennessee lately.
I mean, they're going to Minnesota. It's not that far.
From Tennessee,
Yeah, it's not that far.
that's decently far.
Not really.
Minnesota to Tennessee.
I feel
It's
like that's
like a 3-hour flight. Is that far?
I mean, so is it. It's like a 3-hour flight to a lot of places. It's still kind of far.
We'll look
It might be
into
less. Yeah. Officially not far.
I mean, it's from the Midwest to the Northwest. It's kind of far. So it's over 1,000 miles. Minnesota and Tennessee, over 1,000 miles.
Is that
Confirmed
considered far?
Yes, confirmed
Okay.
far.
Okay. Anyway, we're going to take the Raiders Patriots over at 41.5. We're also taking the Bengals at +11.5 against the Eagles.
Wow.
That looks great. And then we're taking Pittsburgh +2 against the Texans.
Okay, give me those again. Sorry, Tennessee +3.5, and then what'd you have after that?
Tennessee +3.5. Raiders Patriots over 41.5.
Raiders, Patriots over 41. Over 41 and a half. Okay.
Bengals plus 11.5.
Love that.
Yeah. And Pittsburgh plus 2
Don't like that.
against
I don't like that.
Woody's Deshaun Watson's Texans.
So that's only five. So 5-team.
5-team. That's what we did last week.
And what are the
on
odds?
that?
We're doing 10 to win 40.
So
Plus
plus 400. Okay, got it.
Sorry.
Just so we're
Plus 400.
hey, just so we're clear, over 1,000 miles, pretty far. When Los Angeles to New York is 2,700 miles, 2,800 miles.
That's far. 2,800 miles is far.
Yeah, but that's from end to end of of the country. 1,000 miles in the middle of the country. That's pretty far. And Tennessee had to go to Denver, came home to play. Who they play last week?
Jacksonville.
Yeah, and now they're going up to Miss. I'm just saying, a lot of travel.
I see what you're saying.
I don't know how much stock you put into travel, but they've been moving around a lot.
Tractor Cito on the move.
Yeah.
Get into the end zone, bro. Please. All right, we got best worst of the week quickly before we head out.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'll just start. I don't think I have a best. My worst, I lost fantasy, Alvin Kamara garbage time. And then the commissioner of the league texted me today saying, rough night last night. Sheesh. I didn't even play him. Just leave me alone. All right? That really set me off today. So
Yeah,
that kid is also
moody today.
he's also 0-2. So chill out, bro.
You
That's
should
it.
say, see my
Bro.
record, bro.
Yeah. So
Scout, let's hear it.
We're 2-0 in my big money league in fantasy. Good news for me.
bad news is late to bowling.
I am running a little late to bowling, but that's okay. We'll be all right. Birds 0-2. Not good.
Yeah, worst of the week, Eagles game. Also, tough loss to the rookie in our league.
Yeah, what the hell's going on there?
Yeah,
Dude, he's turning the league upside down. What's going on? What
I gotta
happened?
beat him.
You gotta beat him.
him.
Is it? It's Brian and JP at the top of the league
Yes.
right now.
Yep.
The only 2-0
that's how
teams.
messed
Yep.
up this league is. Right
Yeah, yeah. Things.
A lot of injuries, guys.
Upside
a lot
down
of
mold.
injuries.
2020.
Best of the week, won the big money high score of the week by 2.5 yards. Shout out to Darren Waller for not catching one more pass.
That was a
Insane.
sweat,
Love to see
huh?
it. Love to
Good
see
for
it.
you.
And shout out to Russ. Couldn't have done it without you.
Keep cooking.
Keep cooking.
Keep cooking. Unlimited.
All right, you guys got anything else?
That's it.
That's
Good
it.
luck. Get a
All right.
strike for me tonight.
This might come out today, so it might be
Ooh,
Tuesday.
okay.
What is today?
Woody's getting to
Tuesday?
work.
Yeah. So cool. We'll be back next week. Still trying to figure out a solidified schedule, but yeah, it's fun to talk football with the boys. We'll be back next week. Enjoy week 3. Peace.
Go Birds.